All right, so we have with us Nydelis Morales, and so this is one of the clients of the CCA program or Career Calibration Accelerator program. We're so happy to have her, and um, you are in definitely in for a treat in terms of hearing about her story and how she was able to make her transition from a very difficult opportunity that she was in to a new opportunity that she's in now today. So excited to be hearing about her story and how she came to us, and also where she's at now. So it's just a really awesome story. So you're in for a treat. So I want to introduce Nydelis Morales, and I would love to hear Nydelis. Before we actually get into it, where were you before we first started working together? So tell us a little bit about your story.
Yes, thank you. I'm really happy to be able to share a part of my story. When we first met, I was at that crossroad of really not knowing what to do. I felt really burnt out and confused about my role. Um, Although I was in a leadership role, I could not make any decisions regarding my team, my department. I was working in a very toxic environment where I lacked clarity. Um, they just did not listen to anything that I had to say. Um, I was very micromanaged. It's just overall very overwhelming. I did love the work I did, but I just did not have that support from my leadership, which then when we met and we started talking, I just started to realize that I was in a very toxic environment.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I remember when we first started talking, I mean, how really toxic it was, and and where it was beginning to, I think, starting to affect your health a little bit. And so we said, hey, it's time to make this move and to make this change. And so I'm really happy to hear that obviously you were able to make that change, and to do that. So what would you say is the, I guess, the tangible results that you were actually able to achieve after you started working with us?
Yes, after working with you guys, it was just a sense of relief, of understanding what I really brought to the table. Through the program, you guys really supported me through every single step of just learning again back to who I was, what my special sauce is, what I bring to the table. You guys helped me get my self esteem back, and which led me to make that decision to leave that toxic environment. I just didn't know. I didn't even know how to go about it, because I was in a leadership role. I was going to leave a team behind, but it was affecting my health. I was not sleeping. I was just kind of having those anxiety attacks and not realizing that it was because of where I was. That caused all of that to happen to me. So eventually, after talking with you and going through the process of learning more about myself, I realized I have a lot to offer and I can definitely move on to the next best thing. And so I was able to leave that role, and then just get more into some type of consulting. I did a little bit of consulting with another group. Actually, it was an accounting firm where I successfully implemented system enhancements. I did not even know their system. So I went in there, I learned it, I saw how to make process improvements. And again, I used my special sauce to make it happen. And within 3 months, I got them to be ready for this past tax season. Created job aids, trained their staff, and just provided that support. It made me realize, I do have a lot to offer, and I just need to bring the best out of me. And you guys definitely helped me to do that and overcome my fear of leaving the toxic environment.
Wow, amazing. What an amazing story. I mean, here you were in a senior leadership role. I think it was a senior director role, and in a very hostile, toxic environment, to now, into a, I guess, a position in a role where you're able to use your skill set, your talents, your giftings, and really do well, and do well for the organization that you went to. So really understanding your value and what you were able to actually offer to the new place and the new organization that you went to. And it's just absolutely amazing to see that. And so from night to day. I mean, here you are, in a whole new place. And so what advice would you give someone who may be considering working with us? Maybe they're on the fence or they're considering, maybe working with a coach and they just don't know. So what advice would you give someone?
I would say that Career Calibration Accelerator will open up your eyes to things that you may not even know are there, to show you your strengths, what your values really are, that special sauce that I keep mentioning. And I learned how I'm wired and how I function and what I bring to the table. So I would say, trust the process. You guys will be with them every step of the way and you will be here forever. And just to be open to break through that perhaps comfort zone that you may have in, in determining whether to join the program or not. But definitely trust the process. There's just so much for them to teach you. And I think it has been one of the best decisions that I've made as a professional to really continue to grow, and it has just boosted, the way that I am moving forward with how I just network in general and meet people, and just in my current role now, just how I work and function. It has just made me such a better professional all around.
Wonderful. That is so wonderful. Well, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure working with you and can't wait to see your continued success, Neely. So thank you so much. Such a
Thank
pleasure.
you. I
Thank you.
appreciate you so much.
Yep. You too. You too.